In the early 80s, there was this incredible sense of fear. People were dying. It was this painful death where people were just wasting away. They had terrible sores. They were isolated from everybody. They weren't allowed to visit their loved ones in the hospital. There weren't drugs, and the drugs that there were eventually coming on the market were toxic and killing them. Today, there's not that sense of fear anymore.
I actually came to the Boston Living Center the same week that I was diagnosed with HIV.
I didn't think there was a lot of services out there for me, and I didn't know a lot of people who, had HIV/AIDS.
I was an incredibly active crystal meth user. I was using every day. I was completely isolated, and I was really struggling to even stay alive. I even thought about suicide a lot. It took me a while to be able to build up the strength to walk through that door.
I immediately, started coming to lunches and dinners, and it was just really one less thing that I had to worry about.
People started to come up to me, people who worked here, introducing themselves. They sat down and had lunch with me. They invited me to start going to the support groups and to various things that were happening. They let me know that they cared and that they heard me. Every time I was invited to go to something, I felt that I needed to show up. I don't know where that came from. And then it's sometimes, lead and the mind will follow. And that's exactly what happened for me.
Coming to the Boston Living Center has given me a sense of empowerment because I get the opportunity to try different things. It's when a group of people get together and we share different ideas and make different creative things. From necklaces to bracelets to earrings. It makes us happy. It's empowered me, the fact of knowing that there's other ways besides taking medicine to take care of myself.
I think initially people are really surprised at how many different things we have going on in the center, because it really is a place where you can come to receive that compassion and that support around being HIV positive.
There's a real range of things that volunteers can do around the center. They both work in the computer lab to do computer training for the members. They also work in the kitchen to help serve and cook the meals.
Often I will have for special occasions like these chicken wings, which I die for, and I love the macaroni and cheese. Actually, I laugh because once we had macaroni and cheese, there was some extra, and I got to take some home. And I ran up to the cook and I gave him this big kiss. I was like, I love this stuff.
The topics of conversations in the dining room can be any and everything. Just when you think you're facing your greatest challenge and there's nothing you can do about it, there's someone across the table from you who says, hey, have I got news for you, and connects you to the people, the places, the things you need to know to make the things in your life happen that need to happen. And that's a precious resource we have here. Our members are our most precious resource.
See, my favorite part of coming to the meals here is seeing everybody. There's a wide variety of people. People I would have never ever in my wildest dreams ever been friends with, and just seeing how everybody's doing, Seeing how people have moved on in their lives and matured and changed, seeing the differences in their lives.
Everybody here is so welcoming and so friendly and so open that now it's kind of like I walk down the hall, somebody says hello, I say hello back or ask how they're doing, because it's hard not to get excited and involved.
The community here at the Boston Living Center is incredibly patient and loving and kind. You get to see people come in at all different stages of finding out when they were positive. Some of them have been for a while, some are newly diagnosed. We really get to come together as a community, love each other when we can't love ourselves, hide from the stigma that's out there and the hate and people telling us that we're wrong or bad. It really is a safety zone for all of us to come in here and just for a few minutes forget that we are positive.
I think people are largely afraid of HIV because they think they're going to get it. And they don't understand what it's like to have HIV or what it means to have HIV. So they don't really understand what the problem is but they're afraid of it anyway because people tell them that they should be.
Growing up, I've just had many different stereotypes about HIV and AIDS. Growing up in a conservative Christian home, growing up in the South, I think stereotypes for me have changed over the years as I've gotten older.
They think we're dirty, we're diseased, we should have known better, we're uneducated, we're all drug addicts, we're all homeless, no one loves us, we're never going to be a person who can contribute to society, that we're going to take advantage of all of the programs that are out there. They just judge you immediately based on 3 simple letters: HIV.
AIDS does not define me, I define AIDS. And I define AIDS as just another disease. I live my life from day to day, and HIV/AIDS will not define me.
I can't imagine having to live with HIV or AIDS for any long period of time without a community center like the Boston Living Center.
You know, you're male, you're female, you're cross-gender, you're a group of people, you know, who respect each other and know that, you know, hey, we only have one thing in common. We all have HIV. And that's not even what we have in common. What we have in common is that our main thing is we're all human beings. You know, you could be purple and we'd still say you come on in, have a seat, have a meal with us.
I want people to know that we're living with HIV, not dying. I'm getting older, I'm going to die from something other than this disease. It's not going to take me down. There are so many drugs that keep us all alive. We have a great quality of life. People are so confused by that, and they think that it is going to be this ugly, terrible death, and it doesn't have to be. I'm going to thrive. I thrive every single day. HIV is not a death sentence.